Hello everybody, this is Captain Jirwa, bringing you another narrated Pokemon Showdown battle today. This is a UU Beta, XY UU Beta battle. I'm using a similar team that I used in the most recent live, but I changed a couple of items around. Heracross is now Choice Scarf Moxie Heracross, Chandelure is now Trick Flame Orb and is Modest, and I actually put a Chesto Berry on Zygarde because it was actually supposed to have that, so it's Rest Coil. But anyway, looking at his team, he's got a kind of threatening team here. Definitely his biggest threat is Haxorus, which is UU now, which reminds me of 5th Gen OU on PO. But Haxorus is definitely threatening. Porygon 2 is also a defensive threat, since the only thing I can touch it with is Heracross, and he has Gardevoir, which 4 times resists fighting, as well as Celebi, which resists it and is very bulky in general. So those two things are going to be annoying. But other than that, I should be okay because my Celebi is pretty good against his team. So I just decided to lead off with it, and just because I have U-turn, so I can just U-turn out on whatever he wants to bring in, which turns out to be this Porygon 2. Could have just brought my Metagross right in here, got Stealth Rocks, but I decided I wanted to threaten him out just with the close combat. So instead of going for close combat, though, I go for Mega Horn, though, because he has that Celebi and Gardevoir. I figured he would want to switch in one of those, so I just go for the early aggressive prediction and just take out that Celebi, which is very good, because that thing would have been annoying. But he brings in his Porygon 2 again. I just bring my Metagross because I know I can take his Tri-Attacks, his Thunderbolts, and Ice Beams pretty well, and I can get up my rocks. But it turns out he has Shadow Ball, which is actually pretty smart because Ghost is a lot more powerful in this generation, so yeah, it's pretty good that he has that. So now I don't want to stay in and need another one of those, so I just bring my Heracross right back in so I can threaten him. But he is smart this time and realizes that I'm not going to go for close combat when he has a Gardevoir. So he just sits in here and recovers. I'm like, alright, well, I'm just going to go into my Chandelure, gonna threaten you with a Trick. I thought he would switch out there because like 99% of Chandelures have Trick, but he just decides to stay and Shadow Ball me. I'm alright. You want to get tricked, you want to get tricked. I am going to die in the process, but I am able to get that Flame Orb on the Porygon 2, which not only takes away his defenses, but also makes it so he's just taking 12% of his health every turn. So, as you can see, this Mega Horn is going to do considerably more damage and is going to take him out. But now he brings in Empoleon. Empoleon does resist Mega Horn and can hit me with Scalds, so I just decided to bring in Blastoise. This is Mega Blastoise. I think Mega Blastoise is actually a really good check to Empoleon, because you can Rapid Spin the rocks away, and you can just use Aura Sphere, and Empoleon really has no way of touching you except maybe Grass Knot, but I highly doubt that would do much damage unless it was like a Specs Empoleon. So I am just able to get some Aura Spheres off here. As you can see, that does do quite a lot of damage because Mega Blastoise is just really, really good. It's really cool to have a Blastoise that's actually an offensive threat. But he does have this Mega Gardevoir here, which appears to be some sort of especially defensive-ish Gardevoir. That Wonder Launcher Water Pulse isn't to a KO, so it's probably especially defensive. But he is just able to get a Wish off and then go into Heliolisk, because Heliolisk has dry skin, so therefore I can't touch it with water moves. But I do have a Celebi, which walls it. But since I went into Celebi, he can just Volt Switch into his Haxorus, which is the perfect window of opportunity for him to set up that Dragon Dance. I was hoping he might be like Choiced or something, but he is Dragon Danced, which is very, very bad for me. My Metagross is already weakened since it took that Porygon damage, so I went into Zygarde, hoping he might lock himself into Outrage and maybe I could live it with Metagross, but he has Dragon Claw, so I'm like, alright, I've just got to get some damage off with the Bullet Punch, since I see he has Life Orb. So go for the Bullet Punch, die to Earthquake, but now he's at 19%, which means he can only kill 2 more of my Pokemon, and I have 3 Pokemon left. So basically, this Haxorus is going to die, and I'm going to have 1 Pokemon left, and I decide to have that 1 Pokemon that survives be Celebi, because the rest of his team is all special attackers, and Celebi, since it's specially defensive, actually can deal with all 3 of them. If I decided to save Heracross, I couldn't have really locked myself into 1 move, because if I lock myself into close combat, he has Gardevoir. If I lock myself into Mega Horn, he has Empoleon, so I decided to just keep Celebi, and Celebi is just such a specially defensive monster that it can just take on the 3 remaining Pokemon he has, which is really, really impressive. So basically, I came into that just losing all my Pokemon to his Haxorus and it being 1v3. But Celebi just pulled through for me because all he had left was special attackers, and especially defensive Celebi is just such a monster. So that was the battle for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment, like, all that stuff. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. I'll see you all later. Peace.